Let's get some audience questions, though. I want to bring some people in from... We've got a question from Nikki. Where is Nikki?
I'm here.
Hello, Nikki.
Hi. I'd just like to ask, is the Loch Ness Monster a raging imperialist?
Well, luckily for you, we have a Scot on the panel who are going to be able to tell us. So this is because the pupils in Scotland are now being told that the Loch Ness Monster reinforces negative stereotypes and ingrains bias about the Scots. So they're going to be taught in class. This is a document that was released about how the class structure has had a role in the creation of the legend, how stories surrounding the creature relate to the debate on Scottish independence and even the Cold War. I think they're reading a bit much into that, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, for a mythical creature that we've never spoken to, it's very hard to ascertain exactly what his or her opinions got to say his or her. Or there, could be non-binary.
We've got an image of the monster there, actually. That was taken in the 1930s.
Fascist!
Is that a hand raised out of the water?
Exactly.
It's very hard to tell.
I wouldn't do that symbol on the show, by the way. because I'm just saying someone will screen grab that.
Yeah.
And you've been in enough trouble this week, but we'll come to that later on. Scott, but do you think the Loch Ness Monster is
as much as the Golden Gate Bridge is in San Francisco, the Empire State Building in New York,
right.
It's just a tourist attraction. I think, it would be amazing if it was. Wouldn't that be incredible? If it has intent.
Well, I think
if it was real, that would be amazing.
Well, they were saying, absolutely, you're right. But although there have been sightings of the Loch Ness Monster going back to the 6th century, right? So it's not a new thing, but people did capitalise it in the early 1900s because they were trying to get tourists, right? And if you say there's a monster in the lake, I would go there. That's incredible.
I've walked around a lot of lakes looking for monsters in my past.
You have. Let's not go into that because it's before the watershed. But the thing is, I would say, that it was a tourist attraction. It definitely was. But their idea is, it's based on the premise that there's this prehistoric creature that has, so the country hasn't evolved, and it's the idea that Scotland is therefore stuck in the past. And, I mean, how do you even...
like they're cave people or something.
Yeah, which is sort of true. Actually.
It is accurate.
So what do you think?
Well, I think it's the SNP are dragging Scotland backwards. Created a Scotland that's a really inward-looking parochial nation that blames Westminster, blames the English for everything. They foment this nationalism that for some reason, certain nationalisms, like the BNP, British National Party, that's rightly seen as having some negative elements to it. But the Scottish National Party, their brand of nationalism is wonderful for some reason.
But they would say that they don't express racist views and that kind of thing, which the BNP did.
So the SNP supporters, when they were standing at the border telling English cars to go back to where they came from.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, it actually happened during COVID. They were worried that COVID was being brought from England because it's not linked to Wuhan in Scotland. It's linked to Kent.
But it is suspicious that you missed the Loch Ness Mine because Nicola Sturgeon, a fish name, and before her, the previous leader,
Alex Salmon.
Fish name. So I'm just saying, maybe they're all related in some way.
Maybe the Loch Ness Monster is real.
Maybe she's returning to the sea instead of progressing, They are devolving in Scotland, so maybe they're going back.
Maybe. Okay, well, let's move on.